Yo, yo, yo. What's
What's
up?
up, bro? How
I,
are you? Dude, your pad is that your crib?
yeah, this is my apartment. This
That's
is
fine. That light fixture is hard, bro. I fuck with
right
that.
here. Got a little
That's
table.
sick.
Got like this stuff. Got like a
Sick,
workstation.
dude.
All that good stuff.
That's fine. That's sick. Dude, thank you so much for being down to help me out. I'm honestly really, really excited to hear like honestly all of your shit.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
30K is crazy.
Yeah,
Is this like a level up for you? Like is that normal for you?
yeah. I would say like my highest month ever is 37,866. Um,
Damn, that's
this month
wild.
so far currently at 29.8. So pretty good month. Pretty good month.
That's fire, bro.
This
That's
year I'm
sick.
trying to aim for 50K, bro. 50K months. That's what I'm trying to aim for.
Are you gonna be doing are like both fitness coaching and fitness coaching?
Yeah. So right now, like I'm coaching guys get in better shape, whether they want to bulk up, whether they want to lose weight. So I have that
Mhm.
offer. I have everything dialed in because I've been doing that for the last 4.5 years. I have all the
Yeah,
systems built, but just this month, um, I transitioned into helping other fitness trainers or 9 to 5ers, transition to doing exactly what I do, right? Helping
yeah,
people build their online coaching business because they're just passionate about fitness and they want to, earn a living and monetize, it's like their passions, right? And to have
yeah.
freedom to do whatever they want, whenever they want, with whomever they want, right? So yeah, it's a great lifestyle, bro. Like I've just, it's like been grinding for the last 4.5 years. So any piece of advice or information or anything that you would like to know, I'm an open book, bro. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, I seriously appreciate it, dude. Um, so yeah, I just launched the offer. It's very new to me.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time studying. You know Alex Hormozy, right?
Yeah, Alex Ramosi.
I read his book. Like basically my introduction to like all this stuff was his book, $100 million offers. It
Yeah.
basically is just like an outline of like how he thinks about offer creation, like
Yep.
his framework for that.
Yep.
And then he has a sequel called $100 million lead. So it's like
Yep.
first one is like how you decide what to sell, and then
Yeah. I read both.
the second one is like, oh, okay, you've read
Yeah,
it.
I read both of it.
So
So
okay, amazing.
yeah.
So basically, that's just like the context for like I've basically just followed his
Mm,
rough blueprint for like
yeah.
creating my offer,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of where I'm at,
That's
and I feel good about the offer. Like obviously, I'll tweak it as I get like real world feedback,
yeah.
seeing how it goes. But
Yeah.
I think it's a strong offer. It's based on my own life experience, and like I actually feel qualified to deliver. So
Yeah.
that's good
Yeah.
now. And for the last like 3 months, right? Like I started this all from scratch. It was like an idea me and Freddie had in
Yeah.
September. So I
Yeah.
was just grinding on like putting the course together, putting all the materials together. And now I'm like, fuck, okay, I actually have the thing. Now I gotta get leads.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear like how like yeah, like what do you do to get leads?
Yeah. So I would say, like, in terms of getting leads, especially on social media, you have to create content that either appeals to their pain points or that it has to appeal to their desires, right? So you
Okay.
have to have your ideal target audience in mind. So, like, for you, it might be like, oh, like, are these guys like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds? Like, what type of guys are these? What type of guys, is like would need your coaching program, right? That are like single working professionals, or are you trying to target like single dads, trying to get into dating?
Yeah.
Like you got to be very clear and specific on that, right? When you are clear, you're going to know exactly that, like, hey, I'm trying to work with this 25-year-old. He's single. He's never had a girlfriend in his life. He's socially awkward and he has a good job, right? When you have that guy in mind, you got to figure out, it's like through market research. I know that you were talking about it last time, right? How you would do market research on that specific person, right? You can just go on ChatGPT and write down, it's like, I am a dating coach helping like 25-year-old men that are currently single looking for dates. Give me 20 pain points and give me 20 dream outcomes of my ideal target audience and help
Mm,
me come up with content specifically around that, right?
that's
So
brilliant.
ChatGPT is going to give you a bunch of prompts and it's going to be like, okay, like one main pain point is that, it's like they're not willing to step outside their comfort zone. You make content specifically on that, right? How to step outside your comfort zone in order to obtain more dates, something like that, right? And then as you do those videos, any guy that's like 25 years old, he's looking for a date, he's gonna be like, oh shoot, like I'm comfortable right now. I don't want to step out my comfort zone. Let me see what Isaac has to say.
Yeah,
And then you're going to be like, this is the importance of stepping outside your comfort zone in order for you to meet women. You can't just meet women being inside your home all day, locked up, right? And never talking to one. You got to go out there. You got to put yourself out there, just like you would in life. And when they hear that, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's true, man. So here's some tangible advice. I want you to go out there today, go to the grocery store and just talk to a girl. That's it. Just talk to them. Just say hi, say good morning, say good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. And that's your video. Like and
that's
follow,
brilliant, dude.
right? And that's just one, right? When you like
Yeah,
ChatGPT is going to give you like 20 different prompts, right, of what you got to do every single day, so that just gives you a bunch of content that you can just keep on posting, and it targets your target audience, right? Kind of like how I was sharing in the group last time, right? It's like a sniper approach, right? Like when like a 25-year-old in your DMs is like, hey bro, like I'm struggling to meet women because I'm shy, something like that, right? Like you can create content for that guy. Think about that guy, what he's going through, what he's like
yeah,
struggling with, where he wants to be 6 months from now, right? And when you have conversations with them in the DMs, like when you ask more follow-up questions, you get to know that individual a little bit more, right? So it's kind of like if I kept on asking you more questions about your business, like how you're doing, how you got started, I get a sense of, where Isaac's at, right? And let's say like if I wanted to sell you into my coaching program, I would create content specifically for Isaac, right? And I would be like, all right, what is Isaac struggling with, right? He's struggling to launch his offer. Okay, I'm going to make content specifically on how to launch an offer effectively. And then next thing you know,
yeah, that's
watching
brilliant.
my content, be like, holy cow, bro, that's amazing.
That's me.
Right? It's like, that's me. Right. And
Yeah,
then next thing you know, you're going to message me and be like, bro, I love your video. Right. It's like, I love where you shared about like the offer creation and this is how you do it and this is how you lay it all out. Right. It's like, do you have any more tips? Right. They're going to come to you. Right. But you had them in mind the entire time. That's the sniper approach. Right.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm writing all this down.
Yeah.
This is really smart, dude. So you kind of think about generating your content ideas in two ways. You'll go kind of top down with like
Yep.
using Chat GPT or just, your own brain, thinking about the avatar,
Yep.
just listing out all the pain points, all the dream outcomes, and then just making videos that hit each one.
Every single
And
one.
then like the bottom up approach,
Yeah.
which this is so brilliant, dude.
Yeah.
Uh, the bottom up approach where like every time you have an actual conversation with a real potential client, you
Yeah.
just make videos for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so smart.
Yeah. Because the thing is like it's this concept of delivering results in advance, right? People have to
Mm,
know, like, and trust you in order to do business with you, right? Because like for example, I'm not gonna meet a random stranger and be like, all right, here's like $1,000 to join the coaching program. They're not doing that, right? But
yeah.
over time, right? It's like you just talk to them, be like, hey, what's up? Right. And then you're going to continuously build relationships with them. And over time, right, they might be interested in what you have to offer if, like they're a good candidate, right? And at the end of the day, like you're solving problems and issues for them in their life, right? So if you like meet a single guy, right, like he's going to need, potentially your program. But if you talk to a guy that's already married, like me, it's like if you try to sell me your coaching program, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Right? It's like I'm already married, right? It's like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to do that, right? It's like
Yeah.
you only are supposed to sell, or it's like give your program to whoever like would benefit from it most, right?
Yeah.
So I think by doing that is going to be very helpful because if you create content every single day around their pain and around their desires, right, it's going to resonate with them so much more, right? So
Yeah.
you continuously make content that is helpful, valuable. And when they watch that, they should be like, wow, dude, Isaac's the GOAT of dating, right? He's
Yeah.
smart in his approach. I never would have thought about that, right? And I don't know if you checked it out, but I filmed a YouTube video on networking, right?
Mm.
And I was sharing my top three tips on how to network, right? And it's like one, it's like you got to be a value giver, right? Keep on giving people free value all the time, right? You don't want to think about like take. What can this person do for me? How can this person become my client? But it's more so like, bro, just deliver 10 times the amount of value. And I
Mm.
truly believe whatever you put into the marketplace, whatever you put out there in the world, you're going to get a tenth of it. If you deliver $1 million worth of, it's like free coaching or free value to the marketplace, you're going to be compensated for that, right?
Yeah.
No.
That's
So
really smart.
so just small things like that where it just like shifts people's mindset because everyone's normal mindset is like whenever I network, it's more like, oh, how can I gain clients? Oh, what can this person do for me? How can this benefit my life? But as a coach,
Yeah.
nah, bro, you don't think like that. That's selfish. Be
Yeah.
selfless, right? You want to think about how you can add value to their lives. You want to see how you can benefit them. You want to see what connections you can give them. Because when you give them more connections, when you benefit their life, when you're like, hey, I know a buddy in real estate, you're in real estate, I want to put you guys together, right? You guys can do business, do deals together, y'all get rich together. Or it's like, hey, it's like, I know that you're looking for a girlfriend. I know a dating coach named Isaac, right? I'm gonna put you guys together, and next thing like I'm bringing value to you. I'm bringing value to
Yeah.
the friend that I just met, right? And then next thing you guys are gonna like do business together, and you're gonna associate that value. And you're gonna be like, Ray, thank you so much for that referral. Like, dude, you're helping
Yeah.
my business. Can't thank you enough, right? Stuff like that, bro. Like small mindset shifts like that done through video it can be very powerful, bro. When people like see their current way of thinking is not optimal, and you as a coach give them a way that's optimal, right? In the way that they're thinking, they're gonna be like, whoa, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see
No,
what
you're right.
Isaac's doing, right? And then when you do that enough, when you do that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times, people just can't help but want to be around you, bro.
Yeah.
They just can't. Because
No,
every video is a
that's smart.
banger, bro. Right. And then next thing
I,
you know, they're
I,
gonna be like, bro, I want to be around this guy. I want to be like close proximity because he's so smart.
yeah, I appreciate you refocusing me on that, bro. Like, I started this process just obsessing over like how to serve the 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 customer. Like, I mean, basically, my ideal customer avatar is like younger me. That's
Yeah,
like part of why I'm passionate to help him.
yeah,
I feel like that's a common
yeah,
experience for entrepreneurs, right?
yeah,
Like we want to help younger us.
yeah,
And so when I was building out the program and the course and all that shit, that's all I was thinking about. Like, what does this person need? And now, like the last few weeks, I've been like in business mode, trying to think. Like, I've been in the weeds of like, all right,
yeah,
how do I make money?
yeah.
So I'm glad you kind of refocused me on. It's like, okay, the way you actually make money is not by trying to make money. It's actually still by just trying to help the client as much as possible.
That's it, bro. That's it. That's it. You don't think about the money, bro. The money will come as you deliver results, as you deliver value, as you transform people's lives around for the better, giving like free advice, giving free coaching, whatever it may be. The money will
Yeah,
come, bro. The money will come.
yeah,
Don't even focus on that, right? Like I said, like the more value you put out there, the more you're gonna get back, right?
Yeah.
Coaches that are the most abundant, right? They're gonna make the most, bro, right?
Mm.
But the coaches that are like selfish, right? They're like, oh, I want to gatekeep all my best stuff. Like, I'm never gonna share that stuff. These are for my paying clients. People aren't gonna know that you're an expert in what you do if you do that, right?
Yeah.
All your best stuff for free, bro. Like I said, it's gonna come back tenfold, right?
Yeah. You're right. That's brilliant. It's the same as dating. Like
Yeah,
guys who only talk to one girl and then obsess over like getting an outcome from that one girl because
yeah,
they need an outcome from that one girl because she's
yeah,
the only one they're talking to. They're the
yeah,
guys who suck. It's the
yeah,
guys who are just, you know, being social, being good guys, just trying to have awesome interactions with
yeah.
every girl. They're and not forcing anything. They're the ones who girls end up,
Right there.
wanting
Write that
to date.
down. Write that
So
down, bro. Write that down. That's a piece of content right there.
yeah. So I gotta take my own advice in business.
Yeah, yeah. You business and dating is so similar, bro. It's almost like fitness, right? Because it's kind of like, like yeah, like you take a person that's like a stranger to become a client, it's like that's kind of like taking a stranger, to asking her out on her first date, right?
Yeah,
And when you take her out on her first date, you got to sell her on why she should go out with you again. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Right? And sometimes it's not a good fit. Sometimes your values don't align. That's okay. That's okay. Right. But the
yeah.
thing is like you got to keep on taking your shots. You got to put up and put yourself out there. And over time, it's like you gotta like sometimes think about, like you are attracted to that girl, right? You like her, but does she like you? Does she like you? Are you the man that she wants? Right? Because it has to go both ways, right?
It's value. Girls make decisions
Yeah,
whether they're consciously aware of it or not. We all make
yeah,
decisions off of
exactly, bro.
value,
That's why
right?
like sales and influence and all that stuff, it just plays a role into dating too, bro.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the
No,
day,
that's hilarious. Actually, you're getting me to think about like the parallels,
yeah,
and it's
bro.
totally true. It's like
I
you
make
don't
the
get a
analogy all
good,
the time.
yeah. Like girls don't care that you like them.
Mm-hmm.
They need to like you first.
Yeah,
you know,
it has to go
it's
both
like
ways.
it's like potential clients don't care that you want their money.
Yeah,
They need to
yeah.
want.
Exactly.
they need to find value in you first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why I always talk to my business coaching clients. I'm like, bro, you gotta be him. You gotta be that dude that people look up to, right? Because let's say like you're a fitness coach. If you're not in good shape, why would anyone want to be like you? Why?
Yeah,
No one would want to be like you, right? But if you display, hey, I'm in the gym 4, 5, 6 times, I'm staying consistent each and every single day, right? My meals, they're all on point, right? I'm hitting my cardio, I'm hitting my steps, I'm encouraging people, right? I have the right mindset. Next thing you know, people are gonna be like, bro, Ray's a great coach, right? It's like he's putting in that work, he's staying consistent, he's living what he talks about. He's walking what he preaches about, right? And then next thing you know, they're gonna be like, or when they're ready, they're like, all right, Ray, like, dude, I've been seeing you being consistent, for the last 3 years. Like, I want to take the leap. I've never had a fitness coach before, but let's do it together, bro. Let's do it.
yeah,
And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Let's hop on a
yeah.
call. Let's set everything up.
Because they want to be like you.
Exactly. You
Because
gotta be the
they've
role model.
seen.
You gotta be the inspiration. Because if you're not, why would they sign on with you, right?
Yeah,
Obviously,
you're right.
see value in being around you, right? That's the thing, right? So when you embody what you're trying to coach people, right? So for example, if like you're a business coach, right? I'm not a flashy guy myself, right? Like I don't really buy like Lamborghinis and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, like that sells. You know what I'm saying? Like when people see you have a Lamborghini, it's like, all right, bro, you're legit. It's like there's no way
Yeah,
to fake that, right? It's like
yeah,
got it like that. So it's like, oh, if any other guy, like has that dream outcome, they're like, bro, I want to be that guy driving a Lamborghini in Miami and
yeah,
all that stuff, right? and they're looking at me driving a Lamborghini in Miami, guess what? I got what they want.
Yeah.
So how are they going to get what they want, by not having the knowledge that I have, right?
Yeah.
The gap is through me helping them obtain the knowledge, obtain, the mindset in order for them to get the Lamborghini, right? Same way with fitness, right? It's like if they see you have a six pack and you're healthy, you're in shape and whatever, right? It's like they're gonna be like, dude, I want that. I want to look good at the beach this summer. I want to look good, it's like going to the Chicago beaches. I want to take off my shirt with confidence this summer, right? I want to attract that girl, right? I want to present my best self to her, right? Stuff like that, right? And they're gonna be like, dude, like I gotta get on that, right? When you just embody whatever you're trying to coach people to do, live that lifestyle, bro. Live that
Yeah.
lifestyle. As people see that, that's going to be a lot of credibility and authority for you and your end, right? So as a dating coach, it's kind of like, showing that you're able to talk to women, right? And that you're not afraid to do that every single day, right? Um, Stuff like that, right? Because when I see guys putting in that work, it's like meeting women, putting themselves in uncomfortable positions, going to like networking events, just talking to people, stuff like that, bro. Like I would have a lot more trust in a dating coach if that was the case, right?
Yeah. A a group of about 30 firefighters just started gathering in the little area I was.
Yeah,
They're doing like a safety like brief of the hotel or some shit.
yeah, yeah.
So that's
Okay.
why I left. But no, I was listening. You were basically saying I gotta show people like the lifestyle and like the virtues that get that
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah,
Like show me actually like having the balls to talk to girls
yep,
and be social
exactly.
and talk to strangers and shit, right?
Exactly. Right. Whether it's like networking events, whether it's talking to guys, girls, whatever, right? Like you can display that. So an idea that I have is like if you go to a networking event, right, where there's like 30, 40, 50 people, right? Maybe like you can set up a tripod or something like that and then, just like film yourself talking to just people, right?
Yeah,
You don't even have to have the sound or audio. But if I see that piece of content and then you have a caption, it's like you need to go to more networking events to improve your social skills. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. I never like. I thank you for the reminder, Isaac. Thank you for the reminder. Right, stuff
yeah,
like they're getting value from that, and then as they see you doing it, it's gonna be very, very helpful. Um, because like if you all you're doing is talking about like meeting people, putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, and you never do that yourself, I'm not gonna trust you.
yeah,
I'm not, right? It's just like I don't see you being that dude that's walking the talk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But as you keep on walking the talk day in, day out, right? Putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, going out there to meet new people, men, women, whatever it is, right? It's like, I see you putting in that work. I see you developing your skills. And that's kind of like the coach that I would want to be around. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's really smart. What one of the one of the problems I was trying to solve is how do I show? Because like a year ago, before I had a girlfriend, I could
Yeah.
have, just like I've seen like people do like the POV shit, like they have just a little body cam or something, and they just film themselves like hitting on
Yeah.
girls. Like
Yeah.
I would totally do that, but now like I can't talk to girls like romantically because I'm in a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right. I can do everything else, and
Yeah.
if I frame it
Yeah.
the right way,
Yeah.
I can show people that it's all the same skills.
Yeah. So now that you have a girlfriend, just share stories on how you got your girlfriend.
Yeah,
You don't have to do pickup anymore, right? You don't have to like. like for me, like seeing you be a dating coach that has a girlfriend, I don't expect you to talk to other women. I'm actually going to find that very disrespectful if you're talking to other women while you have a girlfriend, right? So it's kind of like you share stories about how you and your girlfriend met. This is how you approach your girl. This is how you
Mm,
approach the first date with her. This is how you got a second date with her. This is how you asked her to be your girlfriend. Stuff like that. Take people through that journey. You can talk about your story, right? For me, like I
yeah,
want
that's
to hear
smart.
that, right? Rather than seeing you with a girlfriend, trying to pick up other girls. It's like, bro, what is this guy doing? Right? It's like, unless he's like promoting cheating, then it's like, what is this guy
Yeah.
doing? You know?
I'll the 3-step program proud to cheat on your wife.
Oh my God. Oh man. That's crazy. That's mad funny, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
In the
just
way you'll
that.
never get caught. Use this foolproof system to never get caught.
Yeah, that'd be wild, bro. I mean, I'm sure there's a need for that too.
Bro, I'm sure you could make bank doing that. Like
Yeah.
uh just find all the like 60-year-old like multi-millionaires who want to
Yeah.
cheat with like like
Yeah.
a 20-year-old.
Yeah. That'd be crazy, bro. But yeah,
um Bro, I wanted to ask you also, you mentioned you have like a DM funnel. That's like another way you get.
yeah,
You like nurture your leads, right?
yeah,
You and you DM everyone who follows you. Is that right?
yeah. So the mindset with DMs is like it's more relationship building too. Because like the DMs, let's say like you have 100 followers, right? From those 100 followers, you could just be like, "Hey, how's it going, bro?" And then they're gonna respond like, "Oh, I'm doing great. Just been working out. Like it's so cold in Chicago, right? Whatever, right?" And they're gonna be like, "Yeah, dude, it's so cold here. I hate it here. I definitely want to move. Like, yeah, man, I've been working out like myself." And then you transition towards, it's like, how's everything else been going in your life? Right? It's like maybe talk about like sports, interests, hobbies, just start building relationships with them, right? Get to know them a little bit more. It's like building rapport, right? And then over time, they're gonna be like, oh, dude, like you're a dating coach. I'm trying to look for a girl. Like, do you have any tips and advice? And then you're gonna ask them follow-up questions. You're gonna be like, oh, like how long have you been trying to search for? Right? Try to figure out more in depth on, it's like exactly how long they've been trying to solve this problem and issue for. They might be like, oh, bro, I just thought about it just now. It's like, okay, so it's a recent thing that, had a desire in their heart to be like, all right, I want to find a girl now. Right. But um, over time, you just have those conversations, you nurture them, and then you just from there, you're going to be able to um, lead the conversation towards, it's like you helping them out, right? So I'll give you an example. For fitness, I would just be like, hey, how's it going, bro? And then they'll be like, oh, it's going great, just working out, like whatever. And then I'll be like, cool, man. Like, like, are you focused on building muscle or losing fat right now? Or I would ask them what they do for work. Just like those two things, right? I'll be like, oh, what do you do for work? And they would be like, oh, like I'm a pharmacist. Okay, cool. How long you been doing that for? Oh, I've been doing that for the last 4 years. Oh, do you like it? Does it keep you busy? It's like, yeah, it's like I not really. I don't really like it. Like I work mad hours. It's very long. I'm just doing this for the pay, whatever, right? And then I'll ask them, it's like, are you focused on building muscle or losing fat? Because they mentioned working out, right? And they'll be like, oh, I want to lose fat. It's like, okay, how much fat do you want to lose? They'll be like, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to lose my belly and lose my dad bod. Okay, cool. And then I would just ask them, it's like, what is your biggest struggle losing the 30 pounds and losing your dad bod right now? And they'll be like, oh, my diet, my inconsistency, lack of accountability. And yeah, just like I don't have a structured game plan. I just do whatever I want. Right. And I'd be like, okay, cool, gotcha. I validate that. Right. And then after I'd be like, why is it important for you to lose 30 pounds and lose your dad bod? And then they'll be like, oh man, I want to feel more confident. I want to have more energy. I have back pain, I have knee pain. I know that would solve a lot of issues. My sleep has been sucking. I snore a lot, stuff like that, right? It's like my clothes don't fit me the way it used to. And, I just want to look good, feel good, perform my best, right? And then you'll be like, gotcha. Do you need help losing the 30 pounds and, achieving all those things that you mentioned? They'll be like, yeah, let's like I do need help. And I'll be like, sweet. You want to book a call, where we can talk more in depth about your goals, your background, and then see if we can potentially help you out through the program. They'll be like, yeah, let's hop on a call. And then that's when you hop on the call, like a consultation call, and you lay out all the details in terms of what to do, or like their background, their height, their weight, what their occupation is, whether they got kids, they got wife, like everything. You just figure out their entire, background. And then you ask them, what are their main struggles? What are, it's like their goals for the next 3, 6, 12 months, right? And what are their roadblocks holding them back from reaching their goals? And why now? Why is this important now? And you ask them for those 4 things, and then you get a chance to share what your program is. You can be like, hey, this is the workouts, this is the diet, this is the accountability. We're going to lay out everything for you. Does this sound like a good fit, for us to work together? And then, if you have a good presentation and they have, like a need for your coaching, right, and your service, they're going to say yes, right? So you can formulate that however you want in terms of dating. Same
Yeah,
process.
no, that's really smart. You said goals, struggles, why now, and what was the fourth one?
The roadblocks. What are the roadblocks holding them back from their goals?
Okay.
Right.
Roadblock.
So a simple example is kind of like, let's say like we this is let's say that this is the call, right? I'll be like, hey, what's up, Isaac? How's it going, bro? You'll be like, oh, it's going great. Like happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing amazing. I see you've been killing with your content. I'll be like, yeah, dude, love it. Appreciate the support. But yeah, I have like a good 30 minutes here. Would love to dive straight into it if you're down. I'll, ask you a couple questions, see if I can potentially help you out. If you're a good fit for the program, I would love to, extend that offer for us to start working together. Sound cool? You're gonna be like, yeah, sounds good. And I'll be like, all right, cool, man. What kind of inspired you to hop on today's call? You're gonna be like, oh man, like I've been watching your content. It's been really good. I have 30 pounds to lose. I have a dad bod, like I mentioned in the DMs. I struggle with accountability. I haven't been working out lately. It's like I've been, overweight most of my life, right? It's like I haven't been in good shape ever since I was in high school. I used to be very active. I used to be an athlete. But after, I got married, I started having kids, I started working long hours. I just let myself go. Like my wife doesn't really hold me accountable or anything like that. We just both do our own thing. And I'll be like, yeah, man, it's like appreciate you sharing that. Um, I know it's definitely tough, like when you have like a wife and, it's like kids and you have long, busy hours, that it's going to be very tough to, it's like find time to work out and diet, right? And they're going to be like, yeah, absolutely. And I'll be like, okay, cool, man. So can you share with me a little bit about your height, your weight, what your goals are, and where you ideally want to be at? They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm at 210 pounds. 5'8", and I want to get down to 180 pounds. It's like, okay, cool. And now you ask them, it's like, all right, what are you currently doing for your workouts? They're like, oh, I haven't worked out for the last 5 years, bro. It's like, oh, okay, gotcha. So you haven't been working out for the last 5 years. Like, how do you feel like that has like affected you, if so at all, right? And it's like, has that affected you at all? They're gonna be like, yeah, it's like I know I should be working out, I know I should be hitting the gym, but I'm just so tired after work, bro. And then after that, I have a kid, I have a wife, like it's just hard to find time. I got you, man. Like I hear you. And I guess, what are you currently doing for your diet right now? It's like, oh man, I get Uber Eats and DoorDash basically every other day. Like I just rely on convenience, fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever I get my hands on. And I'm just always on the go, right? And, it's like at work, I don't have like a microwave or anything like that. So I'm just always going to Chick-fil-A, like get myself some spicy chicken sandwiches and all this stuff and some Coke, and I call it a meal. I was like, all right, cool, man. And like, do you smoke or drink at all? And then they're gonna be like, yeah, I drink occasionally, like on the weekends, whenever like my boys, come through on a Friday like evening, we always kick it, I'll be like, all right, cool, man. Like how many drinks do you typically drink? They'll be like, like every weekend, probably at least like five beers around there, like 4 or 5 beers, you know, maybe Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, but maybe like 2 times a day or two times a week. And they'll be like, all right, what about like smoking? It's like, nah, I don't do any smoking. I don't do any smoking. Okay, cool. And I guess, why is it important for you to lose these 30 pounds now? Why not keep on putting it off until later? Like you've been putting it off for the past 5 years. Why now? And then they'll give you the reason. It's like, hey, what better time than now? This is the youngest I'll ever be, right? I know that as I age, my metabolism is going to slow down. I want to, it's like take care of my health now because I have a kid, wife, like I want to be there for them, live longer with them. And, I just want to be more confident in how I look and how I feel and how I perform on a daily basis. You're gonna be like, dude, that's amazing. That's what's up, bro. And you just validate that, right? And then you talk about it's like, dude, appreciate you sharing, all those reasons. And I guess, like, how do you feel like when you look at yourself in the mirror right now? Right now, you start
Mm.
asking those, like deeper questions, right? It gets them really thinking, right? It's like, where are they currently at? Right? That's what you're helping them think as a coach, right? It's like, where are they currently at? It's like, man, it's like when I look in the mirror, I just see this gut, right? It's like, I know it can do better. I know it can slim down. I know that, I used to be an athlete, so I felt great, back then. I used to have a flat stomach and, it's like some lining on my abs, but now it's just like I just have a gut and I don't like it because I want to get to where I used to be, right? Stuff like that. And then you're gonna be like, hey, like, what about your energy levels? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like rank yourself in terms of energy levels, like throughout the day, like where are you currently at? They're gonna be like, oh man, like probably like a 6, right? Like I'm good through the mornings. I have my cup of coffee, and then like afternoons, I just crash. I just crash. I have no energy. I just want to take a nap. I'm feeling sluggish and tired all the time. Um, and then you also ask them, it's like, hey, it's like, I know you mentioned you have a kid and wife and all this stuff. Like, has that or like has the weight affected your relationships at all? And then they're gonna be like, bro, can I be honest with you? I'm like, yeah, go ahead, bro. It's like, dude, it's like me and my wife, we have like sex, it's like with the lights off, right? I'm not confident in how I look, you know, and like I don't even have a sex drive like anymore, and it's just terrible, right? I want to, like show up to become the best version of myself for my wife, but it's just like it's just difficult, man. And you just validate that, right? Get deep with them because you care, right? It's like you want to get the full picture of where they're currently at, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, you talk about, hey, man, appreciate you for being super vulnerable on this call. I don't take that very lightly. It helps me understand you a lot better on how I can potentially help you out. But it's like let's talk about your goals, man. Let's talk about where you want to be a year from now. Where do you want to be a year from now? If I had like magic wand, I can grant you like whatever you wanted. What would that look like for you? How would you look? How would you feel? You know, like what would your life look like? And then, they're gonna tell you it's like, bro, like I would be 30 pounds down. I would be able to take off my shirt with confidence. I would go on vacations, feel like the man again, right? It's like I would be able to have like more libido. I would have, it's like more testosterone. I would have, it's like more energy. I would be more optimistic about my life. I would be more social. I would do this, I would do that. My clothes would fit all better. I would change my entire wardrobe. I'm going to be that dude. I'm going to be that man. And I'm going to be like, bro, that's amazing. That's the energy that we need, bro. but obviously we're not there yet. What do you feel like the biggest roadblocks are holding you back from reaching your goals? You're gonna be like, man, it's the consistency. I struggle with consistency, man. Like not gonna lie to you, like in terms of workouts, in terms of diet, like I'm consistent maybe 3 or 4 times out of the week, but I know that's not enough to get me results. And it's like I don't have anyone holding me accountable. And when you reached out, like I just started thinking about my health and fitness a lot more, right? So I appreciate you for doing that. But it's just like consistency, having that structure, knowing what to do, what to eat, what not to eat, how to work out properly, and just being held accountable. Cool. Anything else? And then they're gonna be like, nah, man, that's it. That's the thing that I'm lacking. And then after that, you go into your program. Be like, bro, just to summarize everything that we hit on today, you mentioned that how, it's like you got inspired, it's like to be able to lose your dad bod, lose those 30 pounds, it's like be like healthier, all that good stuff. Like run down the entire notes that you took for your client or like your prospect. And then after that, you lay it all down for them. And you're gonna be like you're 5'8", 210, you want to be 180, you have these goals, you have these desires, you have these struggles. Am I missing anything? And they're gonna be like, nah, bro, you took very detailed notes. I can tell that, like you've been doing this for a long time and that you care, right? Because no one's ever asked me these questions before, right?
Mm.
Because when you ask them those deep questions, bro, you're helping them realize it's like, bro, it's like they're right here and they want to get to here. What's the gap? What's the gap?
Yeah.
Right? And you're going to be the one helping them bridge the gap, right? So they're going to be like, bro, like this call was amazing. I've never had anyone ask me these questions before, right? And it shows that you really care, that you're good at what you do. And it made me realize, it's like where I'm currently at and where I want to be and what my roadblocks are. I don't self-reflect on a daily basis or even a weekly basis, right? But you asking me those questions allowed me to understand myself better, where I'm currently at. And then after that, you'll be like, bro, it's like appreciate that. I really care about what I do and those that I serve because I really want a deeper background on their entire life, right? So that I can customize a tailored workout program, diet program, and everything for them, right? Because everything is personalized to your goals, right? So is it cool if I share with you what the program is and what it entails? And then they're gonna be like, yeah, go ahead, share with it, right? And then you give the layout, right? It's like, hey, I'm gonna structure out like the workouts. I know that you mentioned you didn't have any structure. You haven't been working out for the last 5 years. I'm gonna lay out an entire workout program. Everything's laid out. You're gonna, it's like know exactly what to hit the moment you step foot in the gym. All the guesswork, like you won't have to worry about anything. You just gotta follow the plan. Everything's gonna be listed out there on a schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's all you gotta work out, right? That's all I require my clients to work out. 45 minutes or less. That's it,
Mm.
right? And they're gonna be like, all right, no questions. Cool. Is it on an app? All this stuff. Yeah, everything's on an app, everything's structured out. Cool. No questions there. Okay. Second is the diet and nutrition. We're going to lay out like everything that you need to eat, how many calories you need to eat, proteins, carbs, fats. We're going to have like meal plan examples, recipe guides, like guides on how to navigate traveling, like guides on how to eat out at restaurants while still losing weight. Like, does that sound like it would be helpful for you? And it's like, yeah, dude, like I don't know what I'm doing whenever I'm eating. Oh, I just eat a bunch of junk. Right. It's like, dude, that would be so helpful. It's like Alex Hormozy, right? It's like creating those offers, right? It's like that helps out a lot, right? Just solving those mini pain points. They're gonna,
Yeah.
oh, okay, no questions around the diet nutrition. Seems like you're gonna lay out everything for me, and I just gotta follow it, right? Yep, cool. Third part is gonna be the mindset. Mindset is going to be so important because your thoughts become your reality, right? Whatever you think about is gonna come to fruition, whether you think you can't or whether you think you can. Both are true, right? So with your mindset Your mindset needs coaching, needs training because there's going to be so many days where you're going to be tired from work, right? And you're just going to want to lay on your couch. But your mindset is going to be the thing that's going to push you and be like, hey, I know I'm tired, but I'm going to still go anyways because I'm going to get more results doing this, right? And you got to constantly train that muscle, train your mindset every single day in order for you to build that like mindset that is capable of accomplishing losing these 30 pounds, right? And they're gonna be like, yeah, absolutely, 100%. And then the last part is accountability and support. You're gonna get accountability and support from me as your coach. And then also on top of that, you're gonna be inputted into a group chat of like-minded individuals. You remember being an athlete, right? Yeah, I remember. Remember those times where you had that coach and then you had those peers or your friends alongside you all working towards a common goal together? Yeah, I remember that. Those are the times where I was the most motivated. Imagine being part of a community of like-minded individuals, guys inside the group. I have guys in there that are CEOs, real estate professionals, it's like engineers. I have pharmacists, our pharmacists, like you can find anyone in there, right? Like everyone in that group chat is invested in themselves. They're driven, they're motivated, they want to accomplish a goal. And I'm going to be your coach, guiding you alongside you, right? Do you think that would be something that would be very, very valuable? They're gonna be, yeah, bro. I remember back when I was an athlete playing basketball, right? I had my friends pushing me towards that next level. And then I had that coach screaming at me, pushing like me to go to the gym and all this stuff. I remember those days, bro. Like that's when I had that six pack that I was telling you about, right? But after, high school, I just fell off. I just, like didn't have that community. I didn't have that support. I didn't have that coach. I didn't have, friends, it's like to do fitness with anymore. And that's why I fell off. Cool, man. So that's the gist of the program. Would you like to do it? Yeah, I
Hell
would
yeah.
love to do it. I would love to do it, but like how much is it? Right? You can lay it down. Be like, the coaching program is 3,000 for the 6 months. They'll think about it. They'll be like, all right, it's worth 3,000, all this stuff. And some people they'll be like, yeah, here, let's do it. Let's get working together. Right. But some people will be like, oh, let me think about it. Let me talk to my wife about it. I get paid next Friday. It's like they just want to
All the
hop off the
reasons.
call, right? They just want to hop off.
Yeah.
So you just want to ask them more questions. It's like, I guess, like, is the financial, like issue the only thing that's holding you back right now? And they're gonna be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then you ask them questions like, hey, like, if you were to accomplish like every single goal that you mentioned, 6 months from now, you losing the 30 pounds, you fitting your clothes again, you feeling like the man, you being healthier, you living longer, all this stuff, would you say that the $3,000 investment would be worth it to accomplish your goal? They're gonna be like, yeah, it would be. And then now you give them that guarantee, right? Be like, hey, bro, like if you don't lose
Mm,
these 30 pounds in the 6 months, like we promised, I'll keep on working with you for free. How does that sound? And then they're like, all right, let's do it. Right.
that's
It's
brilliant.
literally like you're literally gonna help them get to their goals. Right. And they see that it's like, hey, if I lose the 30 pounds, I look better, I feel better, I perform better, I be healthier, I live longer, all this stuff. It's like you can't put a price tag on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for them, they're gonna be like, a lot of times it's like the fear of making that leap. Because like, what if I don't accomplish my goals? I've been out of the gym for 5 years. I don't believe in myself. So as
Yeah.
a coach, you got to help them believe in themselves, right? Give them that confidence.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you first reach out to me? It's like, oh, bro, I see you with the testimonials. I see you help that guy lose 35 pounds in 3 months, stuff like that, right? It's like, dude, like you sent me like 10, 15 different testimonials. And I know, it's like, you're going to help your guys get there. And then I'll be like, bro, do you believe in yourself though? Then we
Yeah.
talk to the deeper questions now, right? Because a guy that's hasn't been working out for the last 5 years, he's thinking to himself, I can't do this. I'm not going to get results. So you have to like, that's like kind of like your first introduction to coaching them, right? It's like getting them to first believe in themselves. That's it, right? Because if they don't believe in themselves, then they're not going to be successful, right?
Yeah, it's that's interesting. Like it's not even necessarily that they don't believe in your methods. It's
Yeah,
like they don't believe in their own ability to
exactly.
execute it.
Exactly. So there's a couple things. One is a financial objection. So it's like sometimes people just can't afford it. They just can't.
Mhm.
Right. If you pitch $500 a month, they just some people can't afford that. Right. And that's fine.
Yeah,
You're not meant to work with everybody. You're meant to work with those that are like, hey, I'm serious, I'm driven, I see the value in it. Let's get working together. Right.
yeah,
And then two is a spouse objection, right? Especially talking to married guys like myself.
mm,
I have to talk to my wife. If I'm making
yeah,
like a $3,000 investment, I have to talk to my wife. I'm not gonna make it on the spot, right? But there's ways to like navigate that and all that stuff too, right? And then third is time, like time objection. Like I don't have the time, right? It's like I work 50 hours, I have a kid and I have a wife and all that stuff. I don't have time. It's like, how can you handle that? Right. And then the fourth one is belief in the program. Belief in the program. It's like, do you have any questions regarding the program, how it works? And do you believe that this process is what you need in order for you to get to your goals? They're going to be like, yeah, 100%. I believe in it. And then the last one is belief in themselves, right?
mm,
Sometimes people are their biggest roadblocks, their ego, their pride. Sometimes it's just like the belief in themselves that are holding them back, right? It's like ego says, I don't need help. I can do it all by myself, right? And then also just not having the belief too. It's just like, oh man, like I don't believe in myself. I haven't been working out for the last 5 years. I've been living this lifestyle for the last 5 years. What makes me think I'm gonna change now? Right? Stuff like that. So you get an introduction, you got to handle all five, right? Handle all five, and then you should be golden after that, right? If every all five line up, y'all get working together.
yeah. No, this is really fucking. I was just furiously jotting down notes, bro. This was really fucking helpful.
Yeah.
This makes a lot of. I mean, it seems like a lot of it is just kind of like laying out that logical chain where you're not convincing them of anything. You're
Yeah.
just prompting them to put the pieces together themselves, right?
Yeah. Yeah. At
And
the end
like
of the day,
make,
like I'm not in the business of convincing people why health and fitness is important. I'm not, but I'm helping them realize for themselves why it's important,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I asked them
it,
questions. Like you, as you notice, I didn't do like most of the talking. I let them talk, right?
yeah,
Because I want to figure out what their background is, what they're struggling with, where they ideally want to be at. So I understand as a coach on how to help them, right? Because when you know it's like, hey, they're working 50 hours, they got a kid, they got a wife, they can't be like working out 6 days a week. They just can't. Like, this is
yeah,
realistic. As a coach, if you want to help people, you have to be realistic with meeting them where they're at, right?
mm,
Even for this guy that, hasn't been working out for 5 years, I'm not gonna put him on like 5 days a week, like an hour 30 workouts. It's like, nah, bro, like put him on like 30 minutes, like maybe get him walking, it's like on the treadmill at first, build up some momentum, right? Maybe have like 20, 30 minute
yeah,
workouts and then build up, right? Because as I
yeah,
know more about his situation, I can help him, meet him where he's at and then help him make progress. Because for me,
yeah,
I can't see myself making progress working out 3 times a week for 30 minutes, but he's going to make progress doing that. And sometimes you can't impose your own standards on your clients. That's a part of being a good coach, right? You got to meet them
yeah,
where you're at and be like, all right, this is, step one. Like, I'm gonna put you on step one, and this is how you're gonna keep on making progress. This is how you're gonna build a sustainable habit. This is how you're gonna build a sustainable diet. This is how you're gonna build a sustainable lifestyle and routine for yourself, right? And as you get
yeah,
better, as you make more progress, you're gonna start feeling better. You're gonna start being more motivated. You're gonna start getting more consistent, and you're gonna start getting more progress. And then next thing you know, we're bumping up the intensity, right? It's like leveling up in a video game, right?
yeah,
Like you start off level one, you're fighting these weak monsters, right? With your bronze sword. And then next thing you know, you're level 10 and it's like you're going up to steel and you're fighting up bigger monsters, right? And then next thing you know, you're level 50. You're fighting dragons, slaying them and shooting them down and all this stuff. That's the same thing with life,
Yeah.
right? It's like you're not gonna have your client that hasn't been working out, it's like slaying dragons. They're not. They're just like, bro, get them in the gym, right?
Yeah. No, that's facts.
Yeah,
That's facts. Shit, dude, this is so helpful.
yeah,
I really appreciate you walking me through all this for real.
yeah,
I feel like I have a very clear roadmap here about what I need to do. I
yeah,
just got to execute it.
yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll let you know how it goes.
yeah,
Uh, I'm gonna start out by just trying to work like warm my like social circle. So just hitting up all my friends and being like, "Hey, I'm starting this coaching thing." Explaining it to them a little bit. Like, do you have any single friends who would want free help?
yeah,
And just starting there.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Do that,
And
bro.
meanwhile, I'll be doing the content.
Yeah.
But I imagine the content will take, you know, weeks to months before it's bringing in leads, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's the thing. It's just like there's different types of content. One is awareness. So these are the posts that are gonna go viral, right? Like if like there's a video of you picking up girls or something like that, you put some caption, that has potential to go viral. But the talking
Yeah,
videos that you showed, typically those don't go viral. Those are like conversion pieces of content, right?
yeah,
They
100%.
help your followers become clients, right? But they're not going to help you grow your following, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's why when we were all in that group together, you guys were like, "Oh man, how did you make like 37K like in a single month?" Right? And at the end of the day, like for me, it's a sniper approach. I focus on conversion, right? Not so much awareness. I know that if I had more awareness to the brand, though, I would make a crap tons more. But the thing is, like, I'm more in the business of converting, it's like the people that I'm currently working with or like that are interested and then them becoming clients and for the me to change their lives around for the better, right? So I focus on that primarily and then yeah.
no, that makes a lot of sense. To focus on just delivering as much value, genuinely helping my target customer.
Yep.
And then once I'm doing that, once I've got that really locked down, maybe then I can chase some virality to bring more people in
Yeah,
a
I think
funnel
it's
that's
a it's
already
a
lit.
it's a balance of both, right? You gotta have your awareness content, you gotta have your conversion content, you gotta have it's like connection pieces of content. So it's like about you, like who's Isaac, right? Where did he go to school? What's his upbringing like? Why did he become a fitness or why did he become a dating coach? All that stuff, like connection pieces of content, because people, like I said, it's just like in order for people to do business with you, they have to know, like, and trust you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have to know, like, and trust you each and every single time they do business with you, right? So if they don't know you because you're a random stranger on the internet, it's like I don't know Isaac, so like why would I hand thousands of dollars to Isaac? I don't
Yeah.
know this guy, right? But
Yeah.
like you mentioned how you went to this certain high school and I went to this certain high school and be like, oh dude, we went to high school together or like we're an alumni or something like that. That's why I share that like I went to U of I all the time, right? In Urbana. It's like anyone that I meet, it's just like, yo, we have a deeper connection together, right? It's like, oh shoot, cool, right? It's like and then I'll be doing that, and then when you have like similarities and common interests and everything, right? They're gonna wanna it's like connect with you, right? Because you
Yeah.
have like commonalities and similar interests. So you could just share whatever where you went to school, your upbringing, your ethnicity, like if you got stories from, it's like how your parents grew up, all this stuff is like very interesting to know, right? You never think
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is gonna help me grow my business. But, as people know you better, people are investing into you at the end of the day, bro. People are investing into you as a coach, right? And when they're more invested into you, your life, what you do, how you can help them, over time, people are going to be like, bro, I like Isaac's story. I know so much about him. I feel like we're like internet best friends, right?
Yeah,
I have never talked to him in person, but just watching his content, watching his story, watching his life, watching his YouTube videos, whatever, right? Or like watching his content. It's like I really get to know what Isaac's like, right? How he's around his friends, how he's around his girl, how he is, it's like helping people, his heart, his passion. And over time, people buy into you as a coach, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense. When I think about, I bought two coaching, actually three coaching online coaching programs in my life, and it's all been for exactly that reason. It's like I didn't go and like do some top down search on the topic, like best coaches, and then like evaluate each of them independently and make like a rational decision of like which one to pick. It's
Yeah.
like I I was fed somebody's content. I liked it. I watched a fuck ton more. I
Yep.
felt like I knew them intimately and I wanted to be like them. And then I bought their shit.
Now you know, bro. Now you know.
There could have been a better option out there. I would have had no way of knowing. It
Exactly.
was because I liked that person that I bought it.
What's up, bro? That's what it is, bro. It's like it's like at the end of the day, like there's thousands of other dating coaches. Why Isaac, right?
Yeah,
There is only one Isaac, and that's you, bro. No one has your exact story. No one has your exact experiences. No one has your exact upbringing, where you went to school, other than you, bro. That's what makes you
yeah,
different in the world, right? That's why you're one of one. That's it, right?
yeah,
But if you don't share about yourself, you don't share about your upbringing, you don't share about your story, then you get categorized in like, okay, who has better content?
yeah.
Who has better
And
content?
that's a hard battle to win. There's
Yeah,
people
it's
who
hard because it's
are
like if
willing to
you're
do
not popping off
more.
on social media, it's gonna be very hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I gotta win. I gotta play the value game, not the virality game.
Yep. Value, connection, social proof, consistency. That's it, bro.
Fuck yeah. Dude, this has been amazing for real.
Yeah.
I I mean I would keep asking you more questions, but like I kind of feel like you gave me a fuck ton of good stuff. I just need to do it. Like
Yeah.
I don't need more information. I just need to actually do the things that we just talked about.
Yeah. Do it, bro.
So yeah, I mean unless you have anything else like to add, this
Not
is
really.
fucking amazing.
I think, it's like I gave a bunch of, it's like things that I would focus on in your current stage of business. And yeah, like you said, it's just implementation. And then yeah, I guess, like for you, like who were your coaches back then and how much did you pay for that?
So the first one was a dating coach for me. It
Okay.
was
Being coach
I
for you.
was I was either 21 or 22
Okay.
and I was so like basically like my self-improvement journey
Yeah.
broadly started like freshman year of college.
Yeah.
I just I was kind of sheltered. I went to a small high school.
Yeah.
I was relatively sheltered in high school, got to college and surrounded by all these people who were better than me in all these various ways. And I was like, holy fuck, like you know, I want to step it up. So I started uh, consuming a lot of like self improvement YouTube
Yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
and that's when I started like trying to get out of my because I was shy
Mhm.
and insecure with everyone, but especially around girls. I didn't feel good about how I looked. Didn't feel
Yeah.
good. I didn't feel cool. I scared me to introduce myself to people, be around people who I perceived as like cooler than me or more popular than me, like
Yeah.
all that shit, all the stuff that's part of my now customer avatar that I want to
Yeah.
help. And so I that's when I started like giving myself these social challenges and like forcing myself to talk to strangers and stuff. Very much like what you're talking about, where you start where you're at and you
Yeah,
gradually level up. It's like
yeah,
it's that's the process that I used, and now I'm going to use with my students. I
yeah,
literally started the first thing I did. I had to hold eye contact with strangers. That
yeah,
was it. Like that was scary for me, and then gradually worked up. So anyway, that I've been doing that for a couple of years, and I
mm,
was like, okay, this is awesome. Man, I think I imagine you encounter the same thing in fitness, where it's like there's a beginner's high where you start from zero. So every improvement you make is like a 50%, like in relative
yeah,
terms, it's like a massive jump. And
yeah,
that's so exciting. And
yeah,
that's what like gets a lot of people hooked, or
yeah,
hopefully it gets you hooked. But then you kind of plateau and you've snapped up those quick gains,
yeah,
and now you're an intermediate. And now that's a much longer slog
yeah,
where you're putting in work, but the gains are much more incremental now.
yeah,
And so that's kind of how I felt, with girls and socially. Like it's like, okay, I got over my huge fears, right? It's not
yeah,
necessarily fear holding me back anymore. It's actually like skills. Like,
yeah,
okay, I'm not afraid to talk to her anymore, but I still suck at talking to her. So what are we gonna do about that? And
yeah,
that's when I was like, okay, I want to coach someone to like help me with that shit.
yeah.
And so that's when I turned to this guy. He goes by How to Beast. He runs a huge like
Oh yeah,
men's
David.
self improvement. Yeah, David De Los
Dude, I
Moranes.
watch him all the
Yeah,
time, bro.
yeah. You fuck with him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it, bro.
Yeah,
I like whenever like I'm doing work, I watch his YouTube videos.
yeah.
Gains, bro.
Gains, bro, bro. Yeah, that's classic. Freddie also watched him. That's hilarious. But
Yeah.
I he's gone more red pill than I like. Like I feel like he's sold out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I found him when he was like in his early days, like
Like
less than a
Boston
hundred
days.
thousand, the Boston days exactly. And
Oh
I felt
yeah, he
like
was
his
doing a lot of
stuff
pickup with
was,
his friend.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot more. I felt like he was a lot more genuine back then. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the value he provides is diluted now,
Yeah.
which who am I to judge?
Yeah.
He can do whatever
Yeah.
the fuck he
He does it
wants.
for the
He's
views
made it,
now.
but yeah, but yeah, back then I fucking he was a huge role model for me.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's shy, this guy's awkward. He's doing something about it. I want
Yeah.
to be like him.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro. How much
Yeah.
did you invest for his coaching?
2K. It
2K.
was and it was the big homie Dave. Remember
Ah,
him?
yeah, big homie Dave.
He ran the coaching. And then Julia would do like a once a week psychology call, like
Oh,
mindset call.
nice. That's awesome.
It
How
was
long was
cool.
it?
3 months.
3 months? Nice. And
Yeah.
then you said you had a second dating coach too?
Yeah. So the second one was I bought a course, like a go through it yourself
I
video
see.
course,
Yeah.
and that was 300. So very different model. Like how the beast one was high ticket, hands on. The
Yeah.
second one was low ticket, like one to many.
Oh, I see.
I just watched the
What did you
course.
like better?
That guy, the how the beast one was great for beginners. It
Mm,
like really held my hand, which is what I needed. But those guys aren't like pickup artists. They're just,
yeah.
dope, confident dudes.
Yeah.
Uh, the second guy was like a legit pickup artist.
Oh, wow.
I, in terms of like tactically and strategically, how to
Yeah.
get like really good with women, that
Yeah.
is the most brilliant person I've ever found on the internet.
Mm,
And I don't want, he's not, I don't want to model myself after him because he's a little slimy for my taste. Like
yeah.
I find him a little manipulative and he's
Yeah.
not always very genuine.
Yeah.
But but I learned so much from him. It's like
Mm,
I tried to steal his secrets without becoming him type shit.
yeah. I see.
And so he taught me a lot about like the in the weeds, like psychology of, a lot like sales, right? Like there's so much psychology behind it.
Yeah.
Same with talk. Like you can get real deep with that shit,
Yep.
and
For
you
sure.
know you don't
Yeah.
necessarily want to get
I
deep
feel like
with
with
that shit.
sales, like you can use it for good or you can use it for evil. You can use it
Exactly,
both ways.
exactly, right. At the end of the day, it's just a skill,
Yeah.
but at least for me, being honest with myself, there's a
Yeah.
lot of there's ego and there's temptation wrapped up with women,
Yep.
and I didn't fully trust myself not to fall down that path. So I kind of had to control myself a little bit with
Yeah.
what I allowed myself to learn.
Yeah.
But
That's good, bro.
yeah,
I'm
but
like,
yeah,
that's awesome to hear your story on like how you guys started and everything like that. And it seems like you genuinely care about like helping these guys in a genuine and authentic way. Like we need more dating coaches out there like you, right? It's like not manipulative,
yeah,
it's like not teaching them, like going super extreme on one end and another, right? It seems like you're taking
yeah.
a balanced approach. I like that. I resonate with that, right? So I really love what you're doing, bro.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's what part of what made me like want to do it is like I did that initial like when me and Freddie kind of had this idea,
Yeah,
uh, because I never thought I wanted to be a dating coach, and but like I would all I'd talk to my boys about dating because
yeah,
who doesn't like girls and like
yeah,
uh and Freddie was like, bro, like you know more about this shit than anyone. You should just fucking be a dating coach. And I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, I actually could. And
yeah,
so I did that initial market research, and I was like, bro, like 90% of these dudes are just like they're hacks. Like they don't know what they're talking about. They're ripping people off,
yep,
or they do know what they're talking. And then there's a tiny fraction who do know what they're talking about, but
mhm,
they're like legit toxic, like very
yeah,
manipulative.
yeah. I feel that.
So I was like, all right, if I can just if I can just provide like straight up like common sense solutions
Yeah,
that like actually are true
yeah,
instead of bullshitting people, I
yeah.
will already be ahead of like 90% of the competition.
Oh, for sure, bro. 100%. It's so I feel like it's so easy to build an online business nowadays because like as long as you're genuine, as long as you're authentic, as long as you have a heart to serve people, help people get better, like if you just stay consistent with that, you're eventually gonna win. Like there's no doubt about it, right? It's
Yeah,
like not a lot of people can put in that consistency, right? And that's why like when I first started, like I was in a mentorship group with a bunch of other like people as well. A lot of those people in the beginning stages, I don't even talk to this day, right? Because they just fell off, right?
mm,
I've been doing this for the last 4.5 years. I just consistent, 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 kept on grinding,
yeah,
grinding. And along the path you meet, it's like new people, right? But the original people, they couldn't stay more consistent than a couple months, right?
yeah.
So yeah,
Was that the 17K one you told me about?
yeah, yeah. It's crazy,
Shit,
bro. Like people invest that much money and then they're like, it's like I don't want to be consistent. Crazy, bro.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
But bro, I want to hear like about that. Like, was because that's crazy expensive. Was that worth it? Like, what did you learn in that
I learned everything I just
program?
told you, bro.
Okay.
So it's worth it. It's like for me, like having a business mentor like changed my entire life. Because
Mm,
like I'm not like all the information that I told you, I didn't know myself. Like
yeah.
I learned all that stuff, right, from my business mentor, right? He taught me sales, he taught me marketing, he taught me the strategies, the tactics, the tools, like everything, bro. Like everything that I told you, right? It's like I learned from a coach, I learned from a mentor, I learned from someone that was further ahead of the journey than me. And that, changed my entire life because I knew how to be a good coach. Like I knew fitness, but I didn't know business. And my
Yeah.
coach was like, when you match like being a good coach and business and sales, influence, how to create good content, how to, talk to your ideal target audience, right? When you mash those together, you will be an exceptional coach. You will have an advantage over like 99% of people, because most people might be good at what they do, but they suck at marketing. They suck at business, right? They suck at sales. They don't know how to do sales, right? And then, like when that happens, like then you get no business and you can't, show people your amazing product, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, bro, you got to align both together. And that's what sold me, honestly. I was like, that's true. Like, yeah, I know I'm a great coach. I had that belief and confidence in myself. But I was like, how do I market? How do I sell? How do I, it's like post content. Like, how should I design my program? Right. It's just like having someone that's been there, done that, show you. It's like, all right, step one, step two, step three, step four, step five. I just followed it, bro. I knew I
Yeah.
was a grinder. I'm a hardworking dude, but may not necessarily be the smartest, right? But that's why like I leverage smarter people, right? And be surrounded by them, and they mentor me, they coach me, right?
Yeah.
Learn so much from that, right? And these, look, I truly believe nowadays, if I learn one new piece of nugget that I can implement, that can make me thousands of dollars, bro. Thousands, right? Just
Yeah.
one simple tip, one simple nugget changes the entire business for me, right? So that changed my entire life. So I am always a big fan of coaches, mentors. Obviously, do your research, see who you know, like, and trust the most, and see who is genuinely gonna help you get there, right? Um, so yeah, big fan of coaches and mentors. And yeah, I know like some people don't find success because they don't put in the work, but the tools are there. Like for example, if
Yeah.
you had a dating coaching program, right? Like you might have bad students. They might not show up to the calls. They might not
Yeah.
implement. They might not practice it. Are you a
Yeah.
bad coach at the end of the day? It's like you're not, right? But it's like you have your students not following the plan, right? So that's why they
Yeah.
don't get results. But if they know that they're willing to do whatever it takes to get this result, like coaching and mentorship is for anybody that is interested in getting to that next level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a question. This is like, I've been trying to work this into my like routine. Do you have like regular, like, I don't know, like knowledge seeking built into your routine? Like where
Every
you,
day. Every day, bro. Every waking chance I get, I'm learning. I'm seeking more knowledge. I'm talking to other buddies of mine that are doing like 40K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month. I'm talking to them,
shit,
right? It's just like and then yeah, I'm part of like a mentorship program myself now, right now too, right? So it's just like I'm constantly just investing in myself, bro. Like if
that's sick.
like it's like you don't have a mentor and coach in your life at all times, like you are leaving so much on the table. That's how I view it,
Mm,
right?
that's
Because
cool.
like for dating, right? It's like if you ask your clients, like, are you better off doing dating yourself or with me? They're gonna like they would make more improvements if they worked with you, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you let them do their own thing when you genuinely know it's like, hey, if you want a girlfriend, work with me, bro. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, the longer that you work with me, the more you're gonna improve upon your skills, right?
Yeah.
So it truly depends on how bad the client wants it, or like that person wants to see success in their life. For me, I want
Yeah.
success bad, bro, like so bad, right? So that's why I'm always constantly investing into mentors, because I know even that extra push, extra edge, right, is gonna do
That's
everything.
sick.
And Alex Hormozy talks about it, right? When you're beginning, you have to pay down your ignorance tax, right? The
Mm,
reason why you haven't made $1 million yet is because you have not paid your ignorance tax yet. You have not invested into enough coaches, mentorship, knowledge, and everything yet in order for you to obtain those skills to get yourself there, right? And you keep on investing in yourself, keep on investing in yourself, keep on investing in yourself. And then at some point, you just accumulate so much knowledge, so much expertise, and so much value that you eventually make tenfold that, right? That's what Alex did, right? He kept on investing into it, in mentorship, coaching, his gyms, everything, right? And now he's
yeah.
doing 100 millions, like all that stuff. It's crazy. Now he doesn't
Yeah.
even know what to do with his money. But initially, like everything that, he lived very frugally, right? And everything else spent on mentorship,
Yeah.
coaching. like everything, right? Like everything that he had, it's like that was abundant, like he just put into coaching and mentorship, learning more, developing himself. And
Yeah,
by continuously developing yourself day in, day out, you're gonna make tons and tons of progress, right? It's gonna be insane. So yeah.
yeah. What's the program you're in right now?
So it's a online fitness business mentorship. So I'm learning more about sales. I'm learning more about marketing. I'm learning more about content creation. I'm learning more about like fitness program designing and how to optimize, it's like your clients' results and all that stuff. So
That's sick, dude.
yeah,
That's
right now
fucking
I'm
cool.
primarily like focused on like business. And then I'm also like taking ideas and things that I'm learning, and then I'm like also making my own trainings, my own modules, and all this stuff for my coaching clients, right? Um, so it's just like always helpful to get ideas and be like, all right, like what's good, what's bad, what do I like, what do I don't like, and
Yeah,
just make that for myself. Yeah,
that's fire, bro.
yeah,
It's fucking sick.
yeah,
Dude, this was awesome. I gotta go. I see it's 10 already. I gotta go
yeah,
bang out some other work. But
yeah,
for real, dude, I appreciate this so much. Like this was so fire. And I'm gonna go execute all this shit. And yeah, I cannot wait to like keep talking more about this shit, dude. This is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, absolutely,
Are
bro.
you around on Saturday? We're having some people over to the crib for a little potluck vibe. We're gonna do like a themed dinner.
Saturday. I think I'm busy on Saturday because I got celebrate Chinese New Year with the family. But
Oh,
appreciate
nice,
it,
dude.
bro. Maybe next time.
Yeah, of course, dude. I'm gonna do it like I like to cook.
Uh,
That's like my other passion hobby. So I'm gonna do it like semi regularly. So
uh,
I'll hit you up for the next one. Maybe
yeah,
you and
yeah,
your wife
absolutely.
can come
Awesome,
through.
awesome. Sounds good,
Fuck
bro.
yeah, dude. Dude, thank you again. Have a
Yeah,
fire ass rest of the day.
yeah, absolutely, bro. And is it
I'll
cool if
talk to
I
you later,
use
bro.
this YouTube for training purposes?
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
All right, sounds good, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you. See you,
Yeah,
bro.
totally, bro.